Today I'm going to be showing you a video on how I made my Midway Happy Feet arcade machine. I know I don't look so good right now before you ask. I've been busy a lot and tired, so I haven't done a lot with myself lately, but I've been taking care of myself. So, aside from that, because that doesn't matter, so I want to show a lot of people, unless y'all don't already know this, which half of you should probably already know, unless you don't, but if you don't, then stay along and I'll show you on how to do this. All you really need is 3 items, and four. You need 4 items. One is you can do at home for free, and the rest you may have to buy, but you could probably find them for really cheap. If you've seen videos on DIY arcade machines and everything, they always tell you that you can go out there and get wood for very cheap and make a box one, or spend $100 and get a box, like an arcade DIY kit that's made out there, so you can be able to actually do the stuff that you want to make. And you can use any game out there that you want. Sorry, I'm trying to actually delete something off the computer. So back to this. You can use any game you want. You don't have to actually do almost any game. I would preferably, for me, in my opinion, the best games that you should actually use are games that look similar to what's out there. So I'm going to take you to a little bit of a tour on my Happy Feet arcade machine setup that I did. All I used was an old secondary TV that's hooked up to my gaming laptop, which is the PC source. And before you say anything, yes, I used a gaming laptop. My PC that I actually bought for $400 is a piece of crap. Excuse my language. The reason it is because I can only play games at 240p. Not a very good resolution when you're trying to make an arcade machine. And before anyone asks, the game I'm about to show you that I made the arcade machine with is a game I grew up with. I know a lot of people say that this game is probably trash or not as memorable as the movie, but I've been collecting this game for a good while, and it's been something that I've always wanted to actually make. And I looked up there, no one has made an arcade machine except for me with this setup. I don't know what you want to call this, arcade machine or just retro machine, I don't know. I call it an arcade machine because of what I did, and I'm going to take you to those steps and show it. If you can please say in the comments below of what you think of it, and anything else that I should add to it to make it even better, please tell me in the comments below. So here's the first thing. You can make this right here. I would prefer making a marquee. Anything that you want, you can make it. You don't have to use paper or anything like that. Well, paper I would presume would be a better if you don't have much money. The problem with paper is that if you're trying to get it to stay up like that, it would take some tape. It's very hard to get it to stay. And before you make it, you need one of those editing apps where you can overlay pictures and stuff on top of a background. Sorry about that, I had something in my throat. And if you're wondering what game I actually used and everything, that may look like a movie thing, but it's not. It's also a game. I use this game from Midway. I have every version of the game. The PS2, the GameCube, and I also own the PC version and both movies. I own the DVD version of the first movie, and I own the Blu-ray version of the first and second. And it's so much easy. Doesn't take a lot of work. This TV right here that I'm using is a Samsung 6 Series 40 TV. it came with an entertainment center. Sorry, I can't say my words right sometimes. Entertainment center that was given with my nana and papa, but they didn't want it. They only wanted the dresser, or should I say entertainment center, that came with the TV, but they had no choice to take the TV if they wanted it. So they stuck it in a closet and it became mine. And this is what I use to make my arcade setups. Plus, even though it's decked out like this, I still use it for other games and stuff. They're not bad. And as you can see, I don't have an arcade look, just a place for the TV to set, and that's it. Next is the table. As you can see here, this is the arcade table. The manual where it displays stuff about the movie and game. Right here, the name of the game, and where the controllers go. And some of y'all may be asking why I used the controllers instead of an arcade stick. Well, there was plans originally to make an arcade stick, or not make one, buy one of those ones that were already pre-made and put it on top of the table. But the problem was I couldn't change the overlay on top of it. It would take a lot of time to take it apart, and two, the game did not like using the controller. I have plans in the future, if I ever get it, is to use a dance pad as a second accessory for the dance levels of the game. Even though it's probably not meant for it, it would be nice to use. So I picked out my two favorite controllers, which is a 360, which, by the way, that's a third-party one. You see that? And I used this third-party PS4 controller, and it looks nice to me. Here we have a menu of all the controls, or what they should be. That took me several times to make. And there's a penguin with stuffed animal. The game is right here too. And it's just really good. Nothing wrong, no issues, no nothing. Just the way I want it, like that. And the table was originally going to be a coffee table, an NES coffee table. But the problem was that I broke the plexiglass that was on top of it that was made for me with the arcade stick I was going to use. And because of it, I decided not to use that arcade stick because of what it did. One, it's heavy, and two, it broke it. But luckily, I was able to fix it. And that right there. And here's how the game looks on screen. I'm not going to show full gameplay or anything of the game because of probably copyright issues. But if you want to see the game in action, this is how I get to it. And you're about to see what it will look like. This game can run in 4K even if you want to. I know it's weird to see a game like this that's probably for a game system called like Windows 7 or something. It can run in 4K, but I wouldn't suggest it. I would only use the resolution that your system actually provides. Just because your TV or computer says that it can sense you're using a 4K display, only use it at the display at the resolution the graphics card can hold. Mine can hold up to 920 by 1080. Still not very bad in my opinion. Very good screen for what it's for. And what I use for speakers are these very nice looking speakers right here. All I do is I use it for my PS4 and this, but mainly for the PC setup. It's not bad. The game does require to use a keyboard if you open it up natively. If you open it up natively, you have to use a keyboard. The only way to get the game working. You can use any other controllers natively, but for some reason, the game is very terrible at recognizing a lot of controllers. And this is what the game looks like with the stuff. There will be more updates on what I will do to this, but if you have any comments on exactly what I should add to it, please tell me in the future. This is not only just for the Happy Feet 1 game. I use a PlayStation 3 to play the Happy Feet 2 version of the video game called Happy Feet 2. It's not a bad game to play if you like trying to look for penguins more than following the movie. Last and not least, last of not least, or however you say it. Next, I added these little movie pictures I got off the internet. I searched up Happy Feet wallpapers, and these came up. I put them on the wall to show that this is the Happy Feet arcade area, since I don't have the money to actually make a full-on thing behind it that could properly hold the heat and not overheat the TV. And it looks really good. I hope y'all really do like this. Tell me in the comments below what y'all think of this and what else I should add to make it look really more like an official arcade machine that doesn't cost money. This is Super FE Logan signing out. Hope you enjoy this, and please like and subscribe, and please show this to other people. I'm the first one to make a arcade machine with this game, except for that weird knockoff one that someone else made that doesn't have to do anything with Happy Feet. See ya.